Career objective, as we all know, is right at the top of your CV. So you have your name, you may have your photo, and then you have your contact details, and then the first thing that comes and the top or the top fold of your CV is the career objective. Now, it goes without saying that it's extremely critical because first impression about your objective will, can leave a good impression in front of the interviewer. So the career objective, how it should be, it should define your both short-term and your long-term objectives. So what do I mean by this? So your short-term objective can be becoming an expert in a particular field. Say becoming an expert in Google search ads, becoming an expert in SEO should be your short-term objective. Your long-term objective should be becoming a holistic digital marketer or becoming a holistic marketer over the span of 5 to 7 years. So that should be your career objective, that you will become an expert in a particular field in a short term, and then you will become a holistic marketer after 5 to 7 years of work. And so that should be part of your career objective. The second thing should be to always focus on the bigger picture. Now, when I say bigger picture, you should not say that um, I will be leading a team of 3 individuals who will report into me, and I will do this, I will do that. No, that should not be the way you should frame the sentences. You should frame it in such a way that contributing to the top line and the bottom line of the company in whatever work that I do. And so it simply shows that whatever you will be doing, your thought is that you will impact the top line and the bottom lines of the company. And so that should always be the bigger picture when you mention about your career objective, right? So your career objective can also mention about a small story or a small paragraph which is talking about a proper theme, that uh, this is your work ex or this is your qualification, this is your area of interest, and this is why you feel you will fit for this particular company. For example, you can just say that if you're a fresher, you can just say that you have completed digital marketing certifications, you have completed digital marketing, formal digital marketing training in your academics, and now the skill sets of your organization are well in line with my areas of interest, and I would definitely like to add value to your company by showing my skill sets. So in this way, you can just mention that what you know and what they want is in line. Uh, always have the goals in fixed in mind. So I've already mentioned this earlier, that how, if they hire you, you will add value. So whenever recruiters are in hunt for people, they always want that this person will uh, take the work ahead or take the project ahead. Not only he will take it ahead, he will also add value to the organization. He will bring his own skill sets and he will try to implement that in my company also. So your career objective can also mention this line stating that uh, by my skill sets of being an expert in Google and Facebook ads, I will add value to your organization and hence adding value to the client's business. So using these words like addition of value, impacting the top and bottom lines, comes into the eye of the interviewer, and you may stand a chance of getting a call or being hired. For experienced, obviously, all these things definitely apply for experienced people, but on top of this, you can immediately link your previous work-ex, that whatever you have done and whatever awards, whatever achievements that you have from the previous organization, and how can you link it to the current organization. Now, how can you do this? You can simply go to the company's goal or the vision mission page, or you can quickly go to the job description that you have got for the particular company, and you can link that job description with whatever work-ex that you have from the previous company, and you can mention that as a part of your career objective. So keep in mind that no, we generally have a habit of having only one CV, and we try to use that CV anywhere and everywhere that an opportunity pops up. So I know it's difficult to maintain different CVs, but if you have this habit of maintaining different CVs for different companies or different kinds of role, it will only benefit you, because in that case your story will change. Then suppose if you're applying for an SEO kind of role, or suppose if you're applying for an SEM kind of role, then you will have two separate CVs. One CV is talking more about SEO and small bits of SEM, while the other CV is talking more about SEM and small areas of SEO expertise that you have. So you can have different CVs which are both talking on different areas of skill sets.